hours.
Could be worse. We only have 10. Even numbers, I say.
Yeah, suppose. Waiting on the chum readying up, I suppose.
There we go.
See if we're live. Got to put all the telemetry on and shit, don't we?
Yep.
Evening everyone, welcome to PRLF1 Tier 1 round Austria. Different person today in the commentary box is myself, PRLF1 Sarah, and I have Tribal Dragoon, your normal commentator. Good evening, Tribal.
Evening, Sarah. Pleasure to have you with me.
Thanks. Even though I'm like dying.
I'll be fine, don't worry. Just waiting everyone retiring. Oh, why is someone going out?
Who's coming out on track?
Oh, Chum!
It's Chum, isn't it?
It is. He's just retired instantly. Oh then.
Well, he hasn't went on track, so it's fine.
He technically didn't go on track. Ah, look at those times.
Oh, they're beautiful times they are, aren't they?
Right. This should be interesting. Shortest track on the calendar. I'm expecting some sub 1 minute 4 times tonight.
Yeah, the times last night were quite quick as well. We had what, 105s and stuff, so
Not to mention
104s.
Not to mention the 1 minute time.
Oh yeah, the glitched 1 minute time from Gambit. That was just... I seen it and I was like, there's no way that he has done that. There's like no way whatsoever.
I seen it pop up, I'm like, no way that's legit.
As AMS Thomas retires, as he still has a two more quali bans, one more after tonight.
Serious, not the engine points.
So he will be starting at the back tonight, and obviously next week when we go around Britain. I was waiting to forget what one we were on.
One of the best tracks on the calendar. Goals, Prejudice, Lightning.
Take that off. Who came out first?
Wiring came out first. On the...
There we go. With wiring.
With compound tires as well, which should be interesting.
A few did that last night actually. They came out in the hards in Q1.
Wiring's already validated that lap.
That's his out lap, so he should be fine. He comes down to start his actual lap. I'll go on board with him for this.
Those corners are nightmare. Hit perfectly.
I found that last night. I did the purple sectors 1 and 2, and then screwed up sector 3. I was raging.
That's a great turn for it, really.
And I have just had confirmation from Cameron, who's sitting in a party with Ollie right now, that it is dry quali and a dry race tonight.
Ooh.
So thank you for that. I was like, why is he messaging me? I've literally just left him. What's going on?
He hasn't died, has he?
No, he's fine.
No. Dry race, dry quali.
Dry race and dry race. It's my first time commentating for PRL, so...
Don't worry. Wiring.
Oh, wiring, that's a bit white.
That's not really the track, buddy. It's not green. It's black and white.
He's not validated it though, which I'm kind of surprised at.
Yep. I'm skipping around the last corner. 1,
comes over with
8.1.
108. Who was next? Ollie.
I believe it was all. Yep.
106.8.
Rapids. 106.2.
106.
Firebirds up next.
106.
I want to say 108. Okay,
106.8.
Yeah.
Fearless has invalidated.
Or she's
So
going
I
to bits.
think it's Danny F1 that's next, so we'll give him some onboard time. Welcome to the 3 viewers that are in the chat. Don't forget to pop in and say hello.
3-year height.
Come and join us in the PRL party of F1.
Please, we need the fans. Come on.
It's a weird without having Mackie here.
Yeah, well...
But hopefully he will be back soon. We all miss him, so...
Yep.
Hopefully he will be back.
But I must have to keep the commentary chair warm.
Danny comes across the line with a 106.7.
On the softs as well.
Yeah, Fearless is on the hards on another lap, see if he invalidates this one or not.
Don't jinx me, mate.
He is running out of fuel, to be quite honest.
Running out of fuel and DRS. Ooh.
Commentator's curse.
Yeah. Now he's backing
hello,
off.
Daniel.
Oh, the turn could have joined us. Jokes.
We'll go with Button. Button is on the lap. It's an AMS takeover, as people say. There's so many drivers. There's
basically
like, what,
6, and well, there's no really been off the top step of the podium.
Yeah, there's 6 AMS drivers, but it's drivers and it's numbers for the league, so oh well.
Yeah. That's the only downside we try acts is also a scout. The very new people just go, oh, I can't make those times because we start at 8 PM on the UK time. No, oh, that's 3 PM, like, is that American time?
Yeah, there's
Look.
We have got some American drivers. Chum, I think, is AMS Chum's an American driver, actually.
I think he is. So, Button's validated somewhere.
He would have done a 105.2 as well if he hadn't invalidated.
That would have been an absolute beast of a lap.
That would have been brilliant. He is the only one that is basically on a lap, I think, unless Ollie's on another one. He is actually in Steiners. Or is he?
I think so. Danny's also on the last couple of it.
They're literally right behind each other as well.
Yeah, they're both on the hook.
Ollie's coming over the line.
Here comes Danny. He just improves by 2 tenths.
Yeah. And you go in purple in sector 3 as well, which is quite good.
There's a party in the pit lane. Both Williams are coming out.
Oh god.
Wiring clip the wall.
Everybody runs.
Everyone duck for cover. Pastor Maldonado's come out. I miss him.
Oh,
I know a lot of people don't say that about multiple drivers. I miss Pastor Maldonado.
I can't wait for the season to start, to be quite fair.
But
Australia is this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, this Friday.
A bit questionable since there's been, what, 3 cases of self-isolation of coronavirus already?
Yep. But at least we're getting...
Pass an hour.
Yeah, someone got an alpha.
Was it?
It's us on the plan, yeah. I worry for the whole thing involved around Ferrari, AlphaTauri, and well, Pirelli. Unless we're gonna have the drivers run around the track. Or just Flintstone the cars around the track.
Exactly. Just get them a run round. They might sweat it out of them.
Yeah.
So I'm on for the Fearless at the moment. It's on a lot.
I'll stick with the other way
And
anyway.
Wyden's obviously been out on a 107, but he's
They're charging hard.
Daniel says that he loves the person you just mentioned as well. I think that's reasonable.
Oh, but past the Maldonado.
Yeah.
You know, the last race winner for Williams back in 2012. Before the news.
We have a yellow flag. Oh, who's come off?
Rapids come off.
Oh, dearie me. Rapids.
Stick a Devon Butler line by the look of it.
So Fearless goes across with a 106.0. Takes
Not bad. Byron didn't improve for 10,000th time. Ouch.
Marcelona, or Marshy as I still call him, is coming onto his lap. So give him some screen time as well, because I don't think he gets enough.
He's a good driver, just not good enough for screen time.
If I go quiet and stuff, I'm literally away coughing my guts out.
That's fine. I had to do it in Australia. When I was losing my voice, I played out.
It's kind of partially my own fault. You know, I was screaming and shouting at AMS Thomas on Monday, like when we were in a party and stuff. He was being a bit of a pest. So I was screaming and shouting at him and woke up with like literally no voice on the Tuesday. But I've got the cold as well now, so it's like, dying of illness.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Coronavirus, as everyone keeps saying. So Marshy comes over, and that's a better time. 105.2. That's a lovely lap time.
Yep.
Who could beat it? That's the next thing. Rapids is away into the pits. I thought he was on a lap, but he's not. He's on the way to the pit.
I think Button could beat it, to be honest.
Yeah. Button on a lap.
Yeah, he is.
He is. Out on the mediums. I haven't even got tyres on, that was maybe helping.
Interesting choice.
I knew there was someone I wasn't even. It's all different tyres, isn't it? Like, it's got Marshy who's just done it on the softs. Oh, Button's just invalidated. It's a little tight into that last corner. Tight into that last corner. Then you've got Fearless on hard. Rapids just changed to mediums.
Yep.
Danny's on mediums. He's on a lap, so we'll go with him. Ollie's put on mediums. Firebird has put on mediums. Wiren's on hard. Andrew is on
mediums even.
An outlap on mediums. AMS Thomas obviously is retired, but he's got the softs on. Button's on mediums.
Mediums. But then P45 as well, he's on mediums. He just shot up.
Yeah, I wondered who just came up. I was like, where did they go? Danny is invalidated, so...
Danny! Oh.
I'm on board with Andrew.
The root one. I don't even know what that was. But
yellow flag was just after turn 1 on that long straight. I think it was someone moving over for someone.
Might have been.
Someone moving over. Who did Daniel P45 actually moving over for? The two Ferraris. And as Andrew goes over there, he invalidates. I'm very unlucky for Andrew. it would have been a 106.3 if you hadn't invalidated. Chum has just came over the line and done a 105.9.
Oof, not bad, not bad.
Firefly is on a lap.
What people are trying to put their laps in there. Oh, it's down to P45. I think he's just either he's broke down or I was just like.
I think he's letting people pass. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, but you don't need to go at snail's pace.
Just going at snail's pace, why not?
I mean,
that'll say he's disqualified next or something. You know what I mean?
Oh god, don't say that. I have bad memories from AL last season. That happened to me. They didn't even do anything wrong. I just spun on our lap for the pit entry and just parked neatly on the grass. Oh, disqualified. Parked in a dangerous location. I'm like, okay. Dandy broke.
Fire Flash, sorry, comes over and does a 105.9. Daniel P45 is retired in the pit lane. Danny F1 has retired and on low fuel.
It's just going very
Rapido.
Rapido.
And Rapids is a 105.4. Who else is on the lap? Wyern, but he invalidated already.
Buttons just started the lap.
Yeah.
Oh, he's invalidated.
And he's invalidated as well. Jeez.
So
Chelsea fan 212. I have no idea who that is. Says you happy, Sarah, but
that's Tom Chelsea. Well, AMS Thomas he used to be called Tom Chelsea. Remember?
Okay. Yeah, it's about no Thomas. I'm not happy. You haven't binned it into turn 1 yet.
There's a chance
Then
to
I'll
get
be
into
happy.
turn 1 yet. Or if anything.
That was what I said to my party before I left. I was like, just like I said to Andrew, like behave, blah blah blah, and then I was like, you bin it in turn 1, I'll be happy.
I mean,
it's not very nice, but
yeah. The worst case scenario is though, we have what happened in tier 2 happen tonight at turn 1.
oh my, that was just shocking. I came from the back of the pack and was like, what the hell happened?
I was midfield. I was midfield, turned in like, oh hang on a minute, I got shunted by someone into the back of someone else.
Well, I seen it and I was like, I'm avoiding this like completely, and then the safety car came out and I was raging and I was like, this is ridiculous. Buttons out deliberately, yes he has, and that is on stream as well, so that'll be Button in some trouble.
It was a bit of a laugh anyway.
There was no need for that.
He was snookered as is.
Exactly, no need to be taking himself out, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, last night was it was shocking. So there's obviously into Q3, we've got Marshy, Rapids, Chum, Fireflash, AMS Andrew, Fearless, Danny P45, Danny F1, AMS Phoenix, and Mr. Wyron. Or Wyron, or whatever way you want to say it.
I don't know.
AMS Thomas and AMS Button.
Both of which... Well, one...
Thomas has obviously got a quali ban, and Button decided just to take himself out for the fun of it.
Button just went, watch this. Oh.
Watch me do this. Into the wall I go.
Look, bro, no heads. Bang.
Yeah, look at me, no hands. Oh well, there's a wire off. There's a tire off. God's sake.
That's not meant to happen, is it? Just carrying behind the steering wheel.
So, who's your predictions for pole?
Well, judging by his time in Q2, I think Marshy could have a shot for pole. But then again, I've been deemed to be proven wrong. I said, I think Smith for one race, came in like P5 in qualifying. Ooh, that's a bit of an unsafe release there from the Williams garage.
Wyron was the first one out, so we'll go on with him. I don't know. Like they all prove their pace around in tier 1 around every track that they've done. So
Yeah, it's close battle all the time.
yeah, especially with the AMS boys as well. Like they're all usually quite close. In the top 10 anyway.
So we should put AMS line up to battle these guys. Put them at home with the AMS boys.
We've kind of spoke about it, but like we put Lion up, then we have to put up like Martin as well as Fudge Boy as well, because they're all kind of, you'd have to put 4 drivers up.
Yeah.
And which fair enough, the tier 1 needs more numbers than what tier 2 realistically need at the minute, but
and again, complications.
Putting them up, it's like it's just a pain. So
aye, fair enough, I guess.
Wiring has invalidated both lap times of his out lap and this lap.
Jesus.
I don't know how they manage it. Like, it's like, don't take that corner so tight and you'll be fine. Fearless went out, did an out lap and came back in.
Interesting tactics there.
Get some time to Firebird, since Firebird has not had a lot of time to do. Yeah, the carnage in turn 1 last night was unbelievable.
Yeah, there was that.
And then obviously, like, this restart with the safety car, that was just...
Mental.
That annoyed me, because, like, I literally was on the straight and I got tapped. They said I collided with you, and I was like, I didn't touch him!
I didn't touch...
I didn't... sideways.
I didn't touch you either. I think with what's happened, we've clicked and it's just spun you off.
Yeah, and I was just like, could have been battling for, like, top points today. Like, this is ridiculous. I was fizzing, like, that whole race. I wanted to go in the pits and retire and just give it up. I couldn't be bothered.
Oh, there we go.
That's better from Rapids, a 104.6.
Firefly with a 104.7. Firebird with a 103.
Phoenix with a 105.3.
And
Daniel
P45
straight behind him.
Exactly 110 behind them.
Yeah, like, let's stop that. It's crazy numbers, boys. Danny F1 obviously invalidated, and obviously Wiring has invalidated also. So the next one across the line, I think, is Marcelona. No, it wasn't. It was Andrew, sorry, who did a 105.3.
Because
Marcy's coming over there now.
105.2.
105.
Not bad, sir.
Where's Chummers?
Well.
Okay, that's a Williams.
Ooh, that was interesting from on board Marshy.
What is that?
That was Fearless.
Fearless.
He was just coming out the pits, minding his own business, and all of a sudden, oh, there was an Alfa Romeo on my face. What did I do? There's nothing. There was nothing he could do.
I hope they clipped it.
Hopefully.
Obviously, I hope they clipped it and no arguments in the chats and things. That'd be good.
I was just voicing an opinion of what I saw.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Don't be like no arguments. So God, I can't be dealing with arguments tonight too.
Especially if I said I'm just scary. I'm not gonna bother arguing.
Thing is I say to the guys as well, like, let the clips do the talking. It's easier, because then you're not like, fair enough, you want to put your point across and everything else, but when you do it, is like sometimes as well, it'll come across as aggressive in messages and things. And it's like, you know what I mean? I don't want that as in like the chats and stuff. So.
I know.
Let the clips do the talking, and that way nothing's.
The garage could have forgot about Fearless.
They were bringing Wiring out, I think. They were taking out Wiring out, and they just thought, nah. We'll leave them there.
There's another car coming. Okay. You just sat there.
We'll just
they?
go and get them now.
Sorry. Just start stuffing my face full of donuts.
So Danny's put in a time of a 105.1.
Not bad. Early pits.
So the only one that's out on track, realistically, is Wiring. So. Obviously, Daniel P45's coming back out, but
Aye.
he's literally just came back out on track.
Another thing I just remembered from recent readings, the whole thing about Bahrain being held under closed doors. That's interesting. The thing I'm worried about for this season is Vietnam. Are we going to get her or not?
Yeah.
Because it's a new
Like,
track.
I know that obviously they're not doing the trainer race and everything else.
Yeah.
I
doubt
but
they'll
with
do Italy.
everything's going on, I doubt they'll get to Italy because Italy's on to a lockdown as well. So.
Yep.
UK is meant to be going into lockdown next because apparently it's a pandemic now.
Yeah. So Silverstone could be banned. Which would just be sad. I mean, we'll go Australia, Bahrain, potentially Vietnam, and Spain.
Yeah.
Round 6 is Monaco. Nothing to be said there.
What round was Baku then? If we're taking that into account?
Unless Baku was round 5.
Oh, wiring. Every time
wiring.
around that corner.
Nice. Get out of the wall though.
He keeps going dead tight into that corner, which is invalidating that lap and then the following lap, which is pretty, like, you know, it's a shame he's not being able to put a lap time in.
And that bug again. Where it just doesn't display the, by the way, that's invalidated.
Daniel P45 coming across the line with a 105.0.
That's very nice.
Who is first in their outlap out of Chum and Fearless? Chum. Thankfully, they're not near each other.
Thankfully.
No more wing damage.
Liz, no more wing damage.
They've got another 3.20 minutes left, like 3 minutes left to quality and 36 laps.
It'll be fine, don't worry.
Oh, I want to go bed.
Go bed soon.
Mind you, it's only what, half 8?
Half 8,
We didn't start a race until 9:30.
Yeah, so you can't complain.
That's true. So Champ comes over and does a 105.2.
Yeah, let's go quicker. It's 164. 164, 146. Wrong way around.
I was going to say, he's at the top of the 106. Wait a minute. 104.5.
161. Validated.
So it's just wiring that's to put in a lap time. Rapids and Firefly, sorry, I was going to say Firebird there, they're on an outlap. Don't mind me, I'm just sitting getting some cookies. Absolutely starving.
Oh, I've put food in my belly though, and now I need to grow up and get it, and I want to, in a cozy chair. It's been a lazy sod, my feet kicked up.
I had food at like back at 12 and I haven't eaten since, and I'm like, oh, I really need food, and then I'm just like, I'll just get cookies.
I haven't had any. Well, I had a dinner at like 5:30, and then that was me for the whole day. I was running on yesterday's dinner. Because I don't eat really anymore. Like, I'm not one of those people that tries to malnourish themselves. I'm too fat to malnourish.
I know that feeling.
What, malnourishing
I did
yourself?
this yesterday though, like, I got up at like 5:30 in the morning to phone Cameron to get him off for work. Went back to bed and got up at 8. And I got Kiara ready for school and everything else, and I went back to sleep for a couple hours, got up, had something, I think I had some soup and a packet of crisps, and that was me until like 11:30 last night. So I didn't eat for near enough 12 hours.
Yeah.
And it was fine. Oh, nice time from Rapids there. Nice 104.4.
Go on, Marshy. Who your best, son? This is going to be
Will anyone beat him, or is this Rapids going to be on top?
This is going to be his last lap. Well, it's going to be most of his last lap. There's a Ferrari going very slow. Oh, I thought, but I got triggered over a quiz I'd seen on Twitter about F1. It was asking who do you think is the best driver of all time. The three main choices were Hamilton, Schumacher and Senna. In my opinion, Hamilton's not the best of all time. He's proved himself, he's not proved himself, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
I bet with Senna, which was surprisingly like about 27% of people. Even though he wasn't my time, he was well before my time. I was Schumacher time.
See, I'd be between Schumacher and Senna as well. Like, don't get me wrong, I get that Hamilton's got so many world titles, but under his belt, blah blah blah.
Just now.
And I know he's proved himself and everything else, but I don't feel he's the all-time favorite or all-time best.
Yeah. So asking the question basically, who would win a race if it was equal cars, Hamilton, Schumacher or Senna? I think Schumacher could win. At the same time, Senna could beat him as well. We're gonna look at the comments instead. Now it's just me tweeting my response. On to the comments. Jim Clark, that's an interesting shout.
So there we have it, there is Chloe finished. So we have Rapids in pole position, Fearless in second, Chum in third, Firefly in fourth, AMS Andrew in fifth, Danny F1 in sixth, Danny P45 in seventh, Firebird in eighth, Marshy in ninth, and Wyrn in 10th.
Only one 10 separating the top three.
Yeah.
That's actually quite scary.
That's mad.
So that's times you won't get in tier 2. So that'll be 2 seconds off. I'll be at the bottom of the grid somewhere. Even though I was close to my first Q3, I think Buddy Jedi knocked me out. Now we wait. With the glistening sounds of the Austrian fans, I can see the orange section up cheering for Verstappen, who's not here. Who can I waste the time coming here?
Yep.
Well, it's crazy to think that this race, real life, last year was the hottest race of the year. It was the hottest day of the year.
Wow. I can't wait for the hot weather up here in Scotland. Just some sun. I'm just sick of rain.
We don't get hot weather.
It was kind of hot in the sun today, but it was quite funny. We went out and got caught in hailstones, and I was just like, really? Like, 1 minute you're sunny, then it's hailstones, make your mind up.
That's what we say all the time. We always say,
I've never heard Kiara moan so much in my life. As well, with the hailstones, we're walking to the shop to go for food, and she was like, we got 5 minutes away from the shop, and she's like, I can't do it anymore. I can't do this, mommy. I was like, we're right next to the shop, calm down.
But we're here. What a waste.
Oh, honestly, she's been driving me nuts. Like she's got obviously soft tissue damage on her skull from hitting her head off the wet wall, when she
Ugh.
fell in the bath. And we
Ow.
went, like, my mum finds this funny. Oh, Fire Flash is readied up, which is quite good. He's first to ready up.
Danny's fallen soon.
We went to the hospital on Saturday. My mum found this funny, and a lot of people actually found this funny as well, and it's not hilarious. And
Right.
I mean this in no disrespect whatsoever. I am not racist or anything like that. But we went into
Oh,
the hospital,
God.
and it was a Chinese lady that had looked after Kiara and everything else. She came back in, and she was like, "Oh, how are you? Blah blah blah." And then she's like, "Oh, and she coughed on me, and then went, I forgot something and disappeared. I about turned on my heels to my mother and cried." I was like, "Mum," I was like, she's
I've
like,
just been
"What?"
infected.
I was like, "I've just been coughed on," and she went, "Sharp."
That is what I've
I
said
was like,
about
"I need to go into quarantine."
That's what I've said about this coronavirus. It's turned us all into massive racists.
Oh, it's unreal. I felt really bad saying it, but she never heard me and everyone else. And we were walking out the hospital. I was like, "Get me out here, get me out here. I've just been coughed on. I need to go quarantine." And my mum's sitting, peeing herself laughing. We get to the car and tells my sister, like, my daughter's okay, and everyone else phones my sister about my little one. And tell my sister, and then she starts laughing. I was like, "I'd love to see what you would have reacted like." I'm literally standing there, pure shaking, as if say I might have coronavirus. Like, what the hell?
Speaking of stuff, I think Daniel might want to pick up the pace.
Daniel's following me right back.
Is he fell
Mind you,
asleep?
we had that last night as well, actually. We had that with Berkey. He pulled right back on the safety car and stuff.
I don't know if it was out of the pit lane or if it was on a lap, but he somehow crashed at the pit exit.
Yeah, I seen that. Like, I was like, what the hell?
What was it though? Was it out of the pit lane or on a lap?
I have no idea. Literally, also, Fearless is overtaken Rapids on the formation lap.
That's not.
For
Good
no,
engine.
for no apparent reason.
Also, Baby's quicker, don't they? Oh, where'd they go? Oh, there they are.
There we go. So I always get my camera type wrong, but I'm not on board. I am on the broadcast one. I always go on board for like other reasons, but I'm on the broadcast obviously for the start. So let's wait for these lights. There we go.
2, 3, 4. Oh, hang on, fifth light's broken. There we go.
And away they go.
Into turn 1. Let's hope for no carnage.
God.
Oh god.
Flicking through the pack as we go.
Oh, it's clean. It's clean. I think. Rapids buggered all. Firefly's got Maldonado behind him. Don't know how he's gonna deal with this.
Oh, this is just
Oh,
carnage.
I'm using a red sandwich.
Falling back. Got button.
Oh.
Right, who's close and go down to Daniel P45 and AMS Thomas is right down in the back. What's going on here?
He started from the back, remember?
He has dropped a position though. Daniel P45 is on the back of Chum.
Ooh.
And so is Marshy on the
Thomas.
back of...
He just put Firebird on
God.
the grass.
Oh, he didn't.
He did, I've just clicked it. I was on board with Thomas, who's already done it. I'll send it to you later.
I'm trying to keep up. This is what I hate about streaming. Because you've got all these fights and battles going on, and you've got to find out where they're going, and you've got to, like, go on board with certain people, and it's like, I'm sick.
I don't want to do this no more.
Button is right in the back of Marshy.
Go on,
I'm
Jensen,
looking
get
between
him.
the two cameras though.
Jensen's done Marshy. Everyone started calling him Jensen because Jensen bought him. One of my favourite British F1 drivers.
So Satnav and Firebird are in the pit.
I think he doesn't take the hang of it. He's gonna hate us for this now that I've got you saying it.
Oh.
Those are
And
when
Fearless is on the back of, it's actually quite close to the back of Firefly, or he was.
it was half a second, now he's 6 times. Ooh, he's put on the grass.
It's just trying to keep up and being like, who do we go with? Who do we not go with? Who do we sit with? Button is actually catching up to his teammate, I think, is it? Yes, his teammate, Andrew. On board with him. Nice times from Rapids as well.
Yeah.
Then Ollie is keeping up with Rapids though.
Fire in!
Oh,
for goodness sake. This is not going
so on board with Button, who's literally making the move on Andrew. Can he hold it into turn 2 though?
Ooh. Ooh, he's made it. Can he make it
Lovely.
straight? Oh, he does.
Can he make it?
Got DRS. Oh, he's got to go for a lunge on
just
Danny.
like
He's not, is he? Up there. Ooh.
into that corner. Oh dear God! Oh, there's been carnage.
Wings have been deployed.
Oh dear God! Oh no!
no.
Is that a virtual safety
Yeah.
car? Really? For that? Rapids will be like, God damn it! Was pulling a 2-point-odd seconds away from Ollie. Now he's going to be on the backside again.
I count yourself lucky. This is not an actual safety car.
Oh, could you imagine how many of them would bin it into, like, literally pile into the pits if it was an actual safety car?
Too many of them. Let's go up the odds.
Oh, my teeth hurt. For sure.
Fire in.
Wyron picks up at 3 seconds penalty. Marty, Daniel, P45, Chum, and Jensen Button has all went in the pit.
So we've got Jensen Button, Daniel, the Chum Bucket, and, well, other people.
Chum Bucket from SpongeBob. Just got
Yeah. Yeah, a minute.
Oh, so Fearless makes a move on Firefly.
For God's sake, Wyron!
And I know. And Danny comes up to try and help his teammate.
Man, a Ferrari sandwich is not gonna like this one.
Oh, we have a yellow in sector 2.
Well, Jensen's gonna crash. Someone I think forced them off.
Oh.
I don't know. I wasn't watching. I was watching the battle with Fearless. If he's clipped it, he's clipped it. Someone's in trouble. Possibly in trouble, I might add. Ooh.
Hopefully he has.
That's all we do, so. Anyway, you with the cookies. I know the mini fridge in the commentary box will come in handy.
He's started munching on cookies.
If you want to know.
Sat-nav is coming up to Chum Bucket.
Oh, Christ, let's hope I calibrated the sat-nav right, and it doesn't take him out.
It is sat-nav. So.
Yeah. Tom sat-nav systems.
They're just shocking.
they're badly calibrated. I just made the move stick on the Chum Bucket. As the Chum Bucket comes back. Ooh.
And tries to make a move around turn 2.
3, I think there is, I don't know. I don't know the corners!
See?
There's been an argument if it's 2 or 2.
It's 2.
If realistically it's 2, unless they count a little kink as 2 before the turn.
Yeah.
The Jensen Button makes a dive on the Chum Bucket. Oh, he's not a fan of there. Can he catch up to his rogue sat-nav?
Probably not.
On the power versus Mercedes power. Well, he wants Red Bull Honda to win the championship this season, but...
Oh, and Marcy takes the quickest lap.
Yes.
1:08.2. Nice, Marcy.
Now, question is, can he build that 20-second gap to Andrew? Ooh, helicopter
on the
cam!
back of Firefly again.
Andrew's slowly but surely catching up to Danny. Hey, helicopter cam! Let's give us this as an actual option, Codemasters.
I know.
It's
Just
so
make
peaceful.
everyone's life a bit easier, eh?
Aye, so we can actually see the battles.
No, Button's
perfectly.
made a move on Thomas.
Yeah, he's got his
sat
sat nav. Now to recalibrate it to get into attack mode.
But Satnav looks like he's going to make a bit of a dive bomb down that corner.
Yeah, you're never gonna
Don't
make
do
that.
that.
Stupid.
Ah, Jesus.
Never gonna make that stick around there.
Oh dear lord, only lap 7. Oh.
It'll be fine.
29 ago.
Yeah, think about it. If F1 cars became the little thing that Adrian Newey designed back in
Fearless is making a move. Or Fearless went to make a move in Fire Flash and then pulled right back in. Oh no, he's not. He's going to make that move now.
Oh, Jensen, fastest lap, 107.9.
Oh, there was a bit of contact there between Fearless and Firefly.
Jensen? No engine.
To be fair, the little move that Fearless just did there on Firefly was kind of, you should never have done it into that corner. Like, yeah, you can make moves in that corner, but if it's blocked off, you just back out.
Yeah, you need some serious cojones to make a move in that corner.
Mm-hmm.
Some serious cojones and some serious commitment, dude.
Exactly, if you don't have that commitment, it's not going to work. And then here comes Satnav on Wired.
The jump bucket's cut off as well. Now, a 3-car battle for 9th. As Jensen Buttons is running away as if it's 2009. The team I'd love to see back. I'd love to see Braun return. But then again, they are just Mercedes. Very sad. Hey, at least we've got the car in.
With Thomas.
Firebird.
Oh god. You can't. I hate watching it. You know what? I hate comms on these because like whenever they make a move and you're like, you can't make a move there. Or you're just like, what are you doing?
What are you doing, you donut?
Freaks me out. Like.
He's making a move again. I think I haven't made moves there twice and I might have actually barged over the walls a little bit anyway, but should they give me more space?
Like, don't get me wrong, they're giving each other a lot of room, like that.
Yeah.
They're giving each other room, which is good, but it's just, it does it give
It's just
fear.
It's just a panic when it goes tits up and you're like, oh no.
You see them and you're like, oh my god, are they going to crash into each other? Are they going to take each other out? Like, what are they doing? Daniel? Naughty. So Daniel P45 is literally on the back of Murphy. Hop on board with him. Like an onboard cam as well. Who's that for a bit more? I hate being on broadcast, that annoys me. And then the minute I get so close to them, like, he gets so close to him, he backs off, and then I've got Chum Bucket on the back of Wire, making a move on the
I'm just expecting us to bolt stop saying Chum Bucket. That one.
I'm literally like trying not to, like I'm saying Chum Bucket, but it's like I'm trying not to like fuck it up.
Aye.
I'll get into trouble, I'll get a message off of like Mackie or something later and be like, I watched the stream and what was that?
I'll take responsibility for giving them a nickname Chum Bucket. I don't know what we call him Chumman. As in the big fat guy from Pond Styles. That was a close box and a half.
No, definitely gotta be Chum Bucket. Hello there to Custom Dips, who is in the chat. He just put Cum Bucket see, I fucked up there. Chum Bucket. See, I knew I'd be the one that screwed it up. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus, Jimmy.
He said Chum Bucket laughing face, not the other word.
He's gonna say it though.
Oh, Fearless is like up and like is kind of catching to Andrew and then pulling back again. Oh, it's not even funny. Like, I knew that would be me. Like, I just knew. Fearless makes a move and doesn't make a stick on Andrew.
Because Andrew kind of barged him off the track a little bit.
Custom says, well, either is fine. It's not really not.
Not really, no. Kind of. I don't really want to be banned.
The two Ferraris together. Oh, I've just missed Satnav getting passed by Chum Bucket. I'm trying not to choke here. I was in the middle of coughing and I was like, couldn't breathe. Satnav makes a move. Doesn't make it stick. I can't really tell right now.
You don't know, they've gone move to Bill.
Oh, a little bit of a touch there.
Yeah. Chum Bucket's just shouting, Plankton's just shouting at me, leave the Chum Bucket alone!
Fearless has made a move on Andrew, but can he make that stick?
He's gonna get switched back, he's gonna get DRS, isn't he? Yep.
Yeah, Andrew has, got DRS on him.
Mercedes on Mercedes. It's gonna go up the outside. I don't know about this.
That's contact there.
No, that was kind of a little bit of sliding there as well.
And then Chum Bucket makes a move on Satnav again. Daniel and Marshy are battling. There's too many battles going on at once, like, stop.
Yeah.
Can't keep up.
Daniel's on the back of Marshy.
And Satnav was on the back of Chum Bucket there. I'm gonna have to stop saying that or I'm gonna I'm gonna end up saying something else again.
Again. Thanks to someone confusing me in the chat. And you might try
See,
and make
he said Chum Bucket, but I said someone else. You know.
We could have said the not safe for work version. Andrew's made a move on Fearless again.
Actually, Daniel, if you've made a move on Chum. Right, who is next to who? Like, who is close? Literally no one.
Marshy's right behind Daniel.
But that's the only one realistically. Fearless as well, and then you've got Danny F1, his teammate as well. Firebird is making a move on Wyron, or is he? Oh, that was a bit of a tap. What's going on in the top? Like, 5, jeez.
They're just all fighting now, aren't they?
Yeah. Danny F1 had got past Firefly. And then Firefly got back again.
Bumping. A little bit of argy-bargy between Fearless and Andrew.
Oh, not again. Please, for the love of God, boys, behave. Thomas and Chum Bucket again. It's trying to keep up with them all, like, they're all fighting at different... Oh! Wyron has ended up with damage and Phoenix as they connected with each other.
Bang. No safety car.
I don't know who was at fault there. I'm sure I'll find out later.
It'll be fine.
Oh dear.
Deary me.
Oh, dearie me.
Oh, for goodness. I thought a calibration was
Sat nav.
I almost thought my calibrations have gone out the window. Nice George Russell to help me fix it. Oh, John Bucket's made a move on him. Now you make it stick. Come on. Make it stick, brother. Yep. Yep.
These two just like going side by side, do they?
They just don't like each other, I think.
I don't know.
Fearless.
Fearless has got a penalty.
Oh,
I actually have no idea. Maybe Dips can confirm if they actually are friends or not. I have no idea.
Who's Dips?
Custom Dips is the, I'm going to say owner of AMS here, but I could be completely wrong. But I know that he is with AMS as well.
Daniel's in the pits.
Daniel P45 is in. Well, he is pitted for a set of mediums.
Well, you think he's going to go to the end now?
They should. The mediums had to do 21 laps on mine yesterday, so
Yeah.
they should. These two are ridiculous. Like 1 minute they're not next to each other, next minute they are.
Next minute they're playing Uno,
Like-
next minute they're playing fish.
Like, stop playing with each other.
They can sell out of context.
Like, just make the move and hurry up. Like, get past him and make it stick. Stop mucking about. Like, stop playing with each other.
Stop playing with your food and move on. It's paraphrasing. Sign off, just stop playing with your chum and move on. And he's right on the back of Firefly again. He seems to bloody leave him alone, does he?
Wonder if they'll have some sort of team play on, and the Ferraris obviously, like, will Ollie pit first, or will they pit at the same time, or...
Also, like team orders. Interesting.
Jensen's on the back of Marty.
Come on, Jensen, let's go.
No favouritism in the box.
Okay, I'll put down my let's go.
As
Jensen
Wyron
hat.
gets the fastest lap and Fearless
this-
picks up a time penalty.
Okay, I'll put down my let's go Jensen banners then.
Yes, please. Do that. Marcy
no
goes
bother.
in the pits.
Marcy. Daniel P45. Marcy's also pitting for a set of mediums.
Oh dear. Sorry, I was having a coughing fit there.
It's fine, don't worry.
It's awfully cold in this house. I might have to put the heating on, I think. It's freezing. Mind you, I'm lying under like thick covers as well, you would think.
Danny!
Oh, Danny. Fearless jumps in the
Danny
pits.
Dyer.
Danny
yeah,
Dyer. That's his new nickname. Danny Dyer. Oh god.
And
I think we've got one
Fearless.
for everyone near enough.
We need Fearless, Rapid,
And Rapid.
Daniel P45, and Andrew. It'll be fun names to relate. Well, Wyron as well, we'd have a nickname for him. Unless we are just planning on calling him Maldonado.
Oh dear. Like there's literally no. Oh! Chum bucket.
We're going back to the farmer
We're
and
gonna-
all these nonsense.
I'm literally gonna end up saying someone else.
Yep.
Thomas is sat nav is pulled a bit of
With a bit of a
little
gap
bit of
now.
a gap, not much.
And apparently Chumbucket thinks they get the drifter in that corner.
They've stopped playing with each other and made that move.
Sat now's Chummy on the move. But the more we say it,
dear.
the more we are going to slip into saying that word.
Oh, dearie me.
Me.
So obviously the top 4 have not pitted yet.
19 laps. I think Wyron's just been lapped. He has. Ray McCollum could bits it then. So the other one, I'll let Mackie come up with the nicknames. He come back, he's got like a notebook full of them.
Come back and be like, right, this is who this is, this is who this is.
This is who this is, and we're sticking with all the other ones you guys came up with.
I don't know who to sit with, either Chumbuck or Danny, but Danny's going in the pits.
Andrew's going on the pits as well. Oh, it's starting to spread out.
Danny's shoving on a set of softs, so is Andrew.
Also, the softs are planning out taking to the end of the race. If he can nurse his tyres home.
They waited a couple more laps, then they would have been able to, if they're fresh tyres, they would have been able to take them to the end. But because they can do about 12 laps if they're fresh.
Yep.
Yes, Gam, but only 12 drivers tonight, unfortunately. Hopefully back up to normal numbers next week. Obviously, Critchley isn't here. He's busy. KMK Smith is working as well, and got a few drivers out this week, so.
Yep.
Hopefully they are back next week. There's literally no battles. Oh, we have a yellow flag somewhere.
I don't see anyone having a yellow flag with that.
And Firebird, I was going to say Dark Firebird there, but he's not here. Firebird is into points. Fearless has picked up fastest lap.
Again.
Anyone close? Daniel P45 seems to be catching up on Chumbucket. Phoenix then hops into the pits.
It's very boring.
That pit lane is so annoying.
It's just hard to time.
Daniel P45 is trying to make a move on Chumbucket, but can't make it stick.
So we're also Rapids peeling into the pits. Along with Firefly.
And with Firefly, so they two will be quite close again. Daniel makes a move on Chumbucket, but goes a bit too wide, and Chumbucket comes back round. Danny F1 takes fastest lap.
Yep. Because Rapids just able to get out in front of the other two runners.
In front of Fearless and Danny. And Andrew's catching up to Firefly.
He's just done Firefly.
Jensen's coming to pits. Who's close to Haley? Marshy is close to Button.
Tom is relatively close to Daniel. And Jensen's right behind him.
button makes you move on chum bucket and makes it stick. Fire flash is making a move on Andrew. Oh, and Andrew goes a bit defensive there and a bit pushy there into that turn.
That's not what I want to see.
No.
Carlson not falling asleep.
Uh-huh. As jump bucket goes into the pits, Daniel P45 is on the back of button.
This is the Fireflies picked up an unwanted guest again.
As long as they keep it relatively clean, I'm happy.
As long as
Satnav jumps in the pits. Oh, I hate when I see them so close together like that. Making you do what, Gambit? I'm so confused. Wyron picked up another penalty. Oh, yawn. Okay. I haven't yawned. I was coughing.
yeah, she was dying.
Danny's
I
on
was
the back
falling
of
asleep.
Fearless. I know, like usually it's other people falling asleep on you. Can you not fall asleep on me?
I'll try not to.
Oh, nice move there from Firefly, but he doesn't make it stick though.
Nope. Because down here now on Fearless. The train.
Ah, so he has. But I knew he was close, but I didn't think he was that close. I'm trying to keep an eye on Bloomin' Andrew and Firefly, because they're like what Satnav and Chumbucket were like earlier.
Just not leaving each other alone.
Yeah. I mean, Ollie is on the fresher tyres, like Firefly is on the fresher tyres.
He's like
By 2 laps, so...
The tyres will make all the difference. Oh, Danny!
That's 6 seconds for Danny. And then Fearless has picked up another one as well, so... You know, depending on if they can stay close enough, Ollie and Andrew might actually be on the podium.
Might be.
If they leave each other alone and stop playing with each other.
Again? Really? This is not a...
Thomas is...
Satnav!
Satnav picks up one. Sake Satnav. Oh, a bit of a late break there from Ollie. And a little bit of a lock up.
Yeah.
This is literally practically the only fight that's going on.
Practically, yeah.
Satnav is close to... Not Satnav, God's sake. Fearless is kind of close to Danny.
Chumbucket's at fastest lap, 106.5.
Oh dear lord. Now I'm yawning. Oh.
Not my fault, you can't blame me.
So tired. I need to make food after this as well. Like, I need to eat, but I can't be bothered.
You just munched cookies.
That's not proper food, though.
That's fair enough.
Right, Ollie, can you make that move stick this time? And he kind of does, but Andrew's, like, not giving up easy at all.
Is that not sunshine?
Ollie has
Wolfer's mine.
literally no ERS left.
Oh my Christ. I need to start getting to my bed early.
Oh, I wish I could get to bed early.
Maybe if got kids though, so. And harder.
No, mine's still awake. She should be in bed for school.
Aye.
Right, so Fearless was catching up to Danny in F1. He kind of still is, but Andrew's still on the back of Firefly.
Oh, Fearless
So
gonna make a move this
it's a
time.
battle for second at the minute.
Oh, there he goes.
Rapids is away.
Rapids has been rapid.
He's actually held the pole position really well from the start.
Near enough the whole race, so majority of the race.
Yeah.
I want to say.
Most of the race. And he did good quality and things as well. So we got to pick a driver of the day. Whether we have one or we have two, but
Usually I can't decide
you
it's
know.
two. Andrew, leave him alone.
I know, Andrew, leave Firefly. He's not done nothing to you. I'm gonna throw Rapids in, I think, for driver of the day. It's been quite consistent and good lap times and things like that.
Consistent lap times. Could possibly be, but just have to see what the drivers do, and time penalties will play a factor, I guess.
Actually, talking of penalties, I will quickly go and have a look at them. See who's got penalties, who hasn't. So Warren has a 5-second time penalty.
Oh,
3.
Firefly's just got 3 seconds.
Oh, Oliver!
It didn't even look like a corner cut, it just looks as if it was one of the BS track
Button's
limits.
got 1, Phoenix got 1, Fearless has got 1.
Oh! Well, Andrew's could have just
There's a
clumped
lot.
wheels with Firefly.
Oh dear. I didn't get that because I was checking penalties.
Move on. Maybe it's stick, I think. All over the cutback.
No,
still going wheel to wheel.
Firefly's like, nope, it's mine.
No, it's meant go away.
The only way you're getting this is if you take me out. Do not recommend that whatsoever. Just saying that. Like, don't do that. I don't know what happened with Chumbucket. He's went from like 7th and 8th like down to 11th. He's like dropped pretty far back.
Okay, let me stop right now.
Ollie's like giving me a slipstream.
It is.
You know what, the battle between these two has actually been really clean as well. Like, yeah, there's been a few bumps, but they are actually keeping it really clean and respecting each other's space as well, which is really good to see.
Yep.
You know, leaving each other enough room and stuff, obviously. Usually there's not that much of a respect if you're getting peed off with one driver being in your way all the time, but they've kept each other quite a bit clean. Danny's just picked up another one. Another penalty.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Oh, Fearless actually has overtaken Danny. I didn't even realise that.
Oh, that I didn't realise either.
The only battle we've been realistically focusing on is Andrews and Firefly, because they're the only two really that are proper battling.
It's friends all over again.
Yup.
Oh, Firefly's past Andrew again, going wheel to wheel.
I could literally just be picturing Andrew and Ollie, to be quite fair. Andrew and his party screaming and shouting, going, oh, for God's sake!
Oh!
A bit of contact there.
Yeah, don't know who exactly was at fault. Andrew was going for the move and Ollie was defending. And
I
think
can
there
now hear him swearing his head off in a party, like kind of Andrew. Maybe Ollie as well, to be quite honest.
either swearing or probably letting out some racial slurs. Knowing Andrew.
Well, I don't know if Dips is still here. He hasn't said anything in a little while, but he was in the party with Andrew before I left, so if Dips is still here, he might give us a bit of an insight of what's going on in that party with Andrew right now.
Inside edition.
I would obviously have asked Cameron, but I think he might have fell asleep, so...
Probably, it just sounds like something you'd do.
Yes, it would. He's always asleep. So I'm on board with Marshy now, and he's quite close to Satnav, so... Obviously Danny's quite close to Fearless as well, but not close enough. I keep yawning now, it's like, come on, is this race done yet?
2 more laps to go then, we've got interviews.
Oh.
Who do you want to interview?
Up to yourself, who would you like to do?
I normally just want to be the race leader, the race winner even.
Well, I could give you the race winner if you like, and I could do 3rd and 2nd.
Yep.
Dips has just said, I'm not in the party, but I'm guessing Andrew has his excuse book ready for after the race.
After all, for good
I can actually picture that, to be fair, like, as well. Like, I agree with Custom there. I can agree with that. You'll probably say it was Ollie's fault for defending too hard or something. We'll wait and see, but...
He'll come out with something ludicrous,
Yeah.
that's always him.
It's always the case, isn't it? It's not my fault, it's theirs.
I'm always in the right, I'm never in the wrong. I ain't done nothing.
I didn't do it.
You're all against me, I'm innocent here. I don't know why I'm going from down south.
That's more like Satnav, to be quite fair. Or Trashly.
I don't know why.
Trashly.
Trashly. I don't know why I sound Welsh. That's not even Welsh, that's not Irish. I'm tempted to do the intros and we'll get with German, the German accent.
One lap.
Come on! Come on! Vomit round the last.
I can picture Wiring right now, like going, come on, just hurry up, eh? Like, what
He's
is
just
overdone
sat
with
like, he's just sat like in the grandstands like, just bloody execute me. Just to hail him, proves really powerful and stalks it. Oh.
All the fans are like, where'd he go? Oh, there he is.
Oh, there he is. Skirt. Just the car just flies off because he's pedaling with a toothpaste. Toothpaste.
So Rapids comes across the line to start the final lap. As I'm still on board with Marshy and Satnav, as they're the only closest battle, but when it comes to near enough Rapids coming over the line, I will go on board with him.
Yep. I'm on board with Fearless right now.
Ugh. And Wiring just picked up another penalty.
Oh, for goodness
I
sake.
just yawned again, so I'll get Gambit shouting at me even more to stop it.
Oh, hit him.
I apologise. Oh well, at least I'm not racing next week.
They're missing out on the British Grand Prix. And Jensen's got a 30-second penalty. Jensen!
Yeah, I am missing out on Great Britain next week. I have to work, unfortunately, so I will be missing that. Oh, Fearless is caught right up to Rapids.
Ooh. Unless you can go
Here
for
we go
it.
around the final corners. I will stay on board with Fearless right now because he's right on his tail.
Oh,
Who's going to win this race?
Ooh.
Oh!
Oh,
That was
penalty.
so close.
Yeah, it says 12 seconds, but roughly it was about 700. But now he's bumming him. Okay. So, top 3 are Rapid, Fearless, and Danny is it right now.
So the fastest lap goes to Chumbucket. with a 106.5, so he'll get an extra point.
He
He
will
will get, or will he get a point?
No, he never
I
finished in
don't
the
know.
top 10.
No, he won't. He never. He didn't finish in the top 10, unfortunate for him.
Finished 11th. Damn it.
He has finished 11th, so he won't get that extra point,
Oh.
unfortunately.
That now's put it in the wall. It's
Oh
done that.
god, has he done it deliberately though?
I think so. He's in the wall. He's facing forward still. For some
Dear
reason he's right.
Lord.
For some reason his right wheel's come off and he's hit the wall on the left. How's he done that?
I don't have a clue. I wasn't looking at it.
No, I just cut to him. I was like, he said yellow flag set through. I was like, oh okay. I like boom. He's in the wall. I'm like, oh. And then
I need to invite them in, don't I? So there we have it. We have Rapids in first, Fearless in second, Danny in third, Fire Flash in fourth, Andrew in fifth, Button in sixth, Marciola in seventh, in eighth was Danny P45, Satnav in ninth, Firebird in 10th, Chum Bucket in 11th, and rounding off the grid is Mr. Wyrn.
who was the lap
Screenshot
done?
this. Who was, yes, as you say, a lap done.
15 seconds worth of penalties. Jeez Louise.
Yeah. Rapids, Marshy, and Andrew were the only ones not to pick up a penalty as well.
That's a first for Andrew.
I know, is Andrew feeling okay?
I still think that we should give driver of the day to Rapid, to be honest.
Rapids is our driver of the day. Good.
Bro.
Danny and Fearless. Get these guys in for some podium talks.
Yep. Oh.
There's Danny coming in. There is Rapids, and we're just waiting on Fearless. And there we go. Hello, boys. Please make sure that you have ticked the box.
A little bit behind it.
Yes, I have. I didn't tick the box yet last time. I'm sorry.
Oops.
A little shout out to Danny F1 from your teammate, Mr. Fireflash, or Firefly as we call him. GG,
Yes.
Dan, well done. Good points for Ferrari. So well done. I'm going to start with third place, which was Danny. I like forgot there. It was like,
Like, who is third place
so
again?
yeah, well done on third place. Talk us through your quali and how your race went.
Definitely. Well, of course, the race was very good for me, but quali was a little lackluster. I ended up invalidating both my laps, trying to go faster, but I did manage to get P6, I believe it was, just behind AMS Andrew. And going into the race, I tried to get him into turn one, but he had better launch. And then just it went from there. Managed to get past him, and I found myself in P3 behind my teammate.
3.
And I was trying to pull us both along there. I wasn't trying to really overtake as much or battle. I was just in ERS saving mode and just fuel saving mode. And I did try to like sort of give him the hint that I was trying to put him along, but I think he had a different idea, had none of it, and I ended up going for the undercut, which paid off massively because he ended up 4 seconds behind me after 2 laps on those soft tires, and then SRL Fearless in front of me. I think we sort of did that strategy instead, where he pulled over to the side, let me go for a couple of laps, and then I pulled over the side, let him go. Did try to get him back at the end, but just didn't have enough tyre life left, and he nearly managed to get Rapid there. But yeah, pretty eventful race, first podium in this league, so that's quite good. And I feel like a comeback is definitely aiming for high positions next race.
Definitely. It was really good moves from everybody involved, actually. We have Britain next week. How are you feeling about Britain?
Not my best track. It's definitely a wheel track, but you know, I go into every race trying to do my best, and I'm just going to focus on whoever I'm racing now, because I'm not really trying to go for a title here, just trying to get better and race at a competitive level here.
Perfect. That was a really good race from you today. And your teammate says you sound very handsome, Dan. So that's a good thing from him. Gonna hop onto second place now, which was Fearless. Obviously, you nearly got Rapids at the end. That was very, very unlucky. That was really good work from you as well today. Can you talk us through your race and your quali and how you felt it went for you?
Before I start, I just want to say big shout out to Denmark because my school just got closed down for 3 weeks because of coronavirus. So it's time to sweat. And yeah, haven't really been doing much practice, but at the qualifying it went quite okay. But in Q2 I forgot to switch over to the mediums, and then I started on the hard tires, which didn't really pay off. So I started the race quite bad. I couldn't really get any traction for the first 15 laps. So that was a bit harsh for me out there on the track. But when I switched to the mediums, I did go for a three laps undercut, and that paid off 5 or 6, 7 seconds. And then I just tried on the mediums to go as hard as I could. That didn't really pay off because I ended up with 12-second time penalty for just pushing a bit too harsh. Nothing really contact. I think it went quite good actually. I was constantly thinking about this is P5, but then the soft tires for all of the other guys went off, and then I just started putting some amazing laps in the last 10 laps on my medium tires, and on the start of the medium tire compound, from my view, line of Fire Flash didn't give me really much space, so I spun and lost 5 seconds. Then as I said, went on, and it went quite good. I got P2. I'm really, really happy for that. And shout out to Rapid and Danny for good and clean racing.
Same question that I asked Danny to you. It's Britain next week. How are you feeling about Britain?
To be honest, I don't want to race at the track. I really don't like it. On my wheel, I have a wheel, so yeah, I know it's a wheel track, but when I go around the track on the wheel, I feel quite comfortable, but when I look at the lap times, it's not quick. So yeah, I think I'm going to be a racy guy and not a qualifying guy on that track. But I really need to practice there at the track, not get 12-second time penalty against.
Yeah. Obviously, Fire Flash has put in the chat as well to you, Fearless, that he tried to give as much space as possible, and he apologizes for that accident. So
it's absolutely fine. That's racing. It's fine.
That's sportsmanship. That's what it is.
Exactly, that's really good sportsmanship from the drivers. It's quite good. I will hand over to you now, Tribal, for you to interview P1.
Yep. So, obviously, got another AMS back on the top step of the podium. Bit of an AMS takeover, I might add, but obviously got pole position and P1 in the race. Pretty dominating, so just walk us through what was going on your end.
Quali, it was just a lot. We had a lot of tyres, obviously not being a Q1, and then just obviously I was going to go soft medium, but I'd rather go medium softs because the tyres would degrade later in the race and slower. So I took the mediums in Q2, got through comfortably, and then Q3, honestly, I was expecting someone to take pole away from me because I felt like I could have put another 2 temps in that lap. Made a few mistakes. I couldn't really get the car where I wanted it to be in qualifying, but nevertheless I was on pole. And then I realised on the formation lap, after running from a little wee-wee, coming back from a little wee-wee, that Fearless was on the hard. So I kind of just was a bit cruel and backed up the pack a lot because I knew you have to pump a lot of heat in them tyres. And that kind of just set me free off the start. Got me into turn 1, clear of the pack, and then in the first 3 laps, I was pushing quite heavily just to try and break a second, so I didn't get stuck on them DRS trains. Eventually, when I showed, I think at one point it was 5 seconds. I saw the guys behind pitting for obviously softs, but I just thought, stick to my own race. Gone the strategy I'd always intended to do, and I know that the softs would be quicker than any other tyre when I got onto them. I think I was a bit lucky, to be honest, just to get out ahead of Fearless and Danny. Coming out the pit, it was very close, and if I'm honest, I didn't anticipate it to be that close. But yeah, from there on in, I knew that the softs would die off in the last stint, and Fearless would be all over me. But at the end, in the last couple of laps, I was just taking it smooth. Obviously, I didn't have any penalties, so I just was focusing, to be honest, on not putting it in a barrier more than
Your little
where
shit.
Fearless was.
No harsh language. But anyway,
I got 12.
So we've got Britain next week. You comfortable with that track, or is that something to worry about?
Honestly, I do like a bit of Britain. I can't really remember my pace around there, but I just like the way it flows, and I'm on the wheel, so it's like a good track for the wheel. So I look forward to it, and obviously home race. So much as I'd like to bring a back-to-back home, I know it's going to be again another big challenge because really good drivers in here. GG to Fearless, because I think he got spun or something, so it's a good recovery, and then obviously very good result for Ferrari and Danny being on the podium.
Yep, and also you are our driver of the day, Mr. Rapids. So congratulations on that.
Beautiful. Cherry on the top, Sarah.
Good consistent laps, and you just dominated tonight. So lovely racing from you all tonight. Very, very pleased with all the drivers today. For once.
All in all, if no one's getting another comments, we shall end it now.
I don't actually, so if no one else does, I will sign off for this evening. Thank you guys for joining us on the podium. Thank you for watching on stream. I've been PRLF1 Sarah with Tribal Dragoon, signing off for till next week. Bye guys.
Bye.